He
Yeah.
freaks out as you try to
Actually, I have
discover.
more.
You can make your own roll, but you're gonna with a 3. It's not gonna really appreciate what you're trying to do.
21.
What's going on?
All right.
Show me on the stall where the dwarf touched you.
I mean, we're trying to figure out what gender the rabid fucking kobold we picked up is.
Can I try to make an insight check for that? Because I'm
Well, y'all can just roll a fucking 21. Well, y'all can just roll a 21.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh yeah. First of all, Lich commits a heinous crime before your eyes. leaving the feral kobold shocked and appalled and cowering in the corner as you glean no useful information, as its reptilian anatomy is beyond what you know of mammals.
Yeah.
Man, you just committed sexual assault. There has to be a guideline to this.
Accidentally. With a 21, though, you can do your robot face analysis programs. Beep boop, beep beep boop, beep beep boop, beep. Female.
Okay.
You can also discern other information, like its age, and most notably, its kind of blurred lineage. Most kobolds, they come from a tightly knit tribe. It's like the ones you see on the White Dragon, the White Dragon's island.
Neat.
They have like a aquatic kind of deal going on where they're adapted to living on the coast, fishing, scrounging in sand and all that. And other kobolds, they're adapted to like digging in mud, digging in rocks, living in the forest, blah 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 blah. You can kind of generally tell what community they belong to, but not quite this one. This one.
So no, not much parts are noticeably, different.
Right, it's not like specialized to any environment, except with the nature of 21, this one's probably been in darkness for a long time. It seems to shy away from the light, wince whenever it's in direct sunlight.
I see.
That's very interesting.
Probably Shadow Dragon lineage?
That sounds really badass, but I don't know what that means.
I mean, there are Shadow Dragons.
Well, I mean, most normal kobolds just, are underground kobolds, so it's probably just an underground kobold.
Mm-hmm.
True. So brown dragon. I mean, never mind. Forget what I said.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. What now?
Are we gonna go to that island and try and activate?
Yeah, try to see if we could have the fucking dude we found activate.
All right.
Yeah.
We got some food, and I gave this thing a knife.
Mm-hmm.
The feral kobold?
Yep.
Describe
I named
to me
her Feral, and I gave her a knife.
what kind? Describe to me the knife that you gave her. Like what is it used for? What does it look like?
I believe it was a kitchen knife because he's going to train her to cook.
Makes sense.
I was gonna train her for rogue stuff, but because I thought that she's a fit for it. We didn't even notice her for days.
Yeah.
I thought you said that you were also going to train her to cook because
also
seemed to like food.
Yeah, to be fair, they can. Yeah, I'm gonna teach her how to cook as well.
Okay.
Very nice.
That was...
Okay. So you're going back to your. I don't know what specific island you're trying to go to, or you're just trying to retrace your route to see.
It was the one with the weird, mysterious jungle.
The church.
That
Oh no, that's the entire coastline.
Oh wait, no, the jungle. Yeah, we wanted to go
it was
there.
Yeah.
the one
But
with
the robot.
the jungle that like, people tend not to fucking. come
Are we
out
on
of
the
because
same island?
that's probably our best chance at
Yeah.
finding Fey influence that
Yeah.
isn't like.
So the jungle is a feature of a massive continent of So the entire coastline that you travel along, basically like pretty much an edge of a map, is unexplored jungle.
Okay.
Interesting.
So somewhere on there.
So yeah, very well. You can continue to travel along, going back up the coast from whence you came. I'm just going to assume that you stock up on food and all that.
Oh
Yeah.
I mean, we did.
yeah.
Yeah.
When Yagen had
Yeah.
gone to buy the knife and stuff, I had given him 5 GP to buy more food with.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Oh.
So we have like 5 GP worth of food rations now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rations, and now we have to feed like 5 people.
Yes.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit extra to cook with just for training,
hmm As a cook, you kind of have a good understanding of the variety of diets of different crew members. Most are fine with whatever standard rations, like you just kind of like endure it because it's what you have. But some like VIPs and some passengers, depending on their species or race, can have various tolerances for farmed food versus wild food.
Yeah. So
Elves in particular don't really tolerate domesticated crops very well, and they really prefer berries and nuts. So when you feed your feral kobold and teach it to cook, Knick-Knack, for one, is more used to like raw fish and stuff. Like he can't tolerate roasted fish and all that, but generally not things like grain. But when you feed the feral kobold, it seems to tolerate any kind of cooked food very well. Doesn't seem to have cooking experience, but no indigestion or anything weird.
At least not a picky either.
Oh.
hmm. Hmm. And then my characters.
Yeah, we
my
we
character
were
is
going to
probably
put
just fine with even fucking hardtack.
Very good.
we were gonna put the robot at the jungle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah.
While we wait for the robot to do its thing in the jungle, meanwhile we're having a beach barbecue thing going on.
Yes.
We could also
Yeah.
check the could also check the coast for more food or whatever.
Yeah.
More random stuff.
What check would that
Oh
be?
right, we never did sell the pearl or use the pearl. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Anyways,
Hmm.
what check
The
would it be to check
massive
these?
fucking
Yeah.
pearl.
Survival for looking for food.
Okay.
Survival. All right.
Terrain
14.
type, coast.
14.
And then I guess
Yeah.
I will go and help Knick-Knack. So that
Yeah,
Knick-Knack
Knick-Knack generally
Oh.
has you all covered because of his ranger stuff.
Well, I
No.
mean, yeah, I'm just going to help Knick-Knack with stuff to give him advantage because he already gets bonus to beach. Okay,
Alright.
16. Or sorry, 15. Sorry, 15.
15.
Okay.
21 for 15.
The 21 was from
Oh, that's sort of the previous one, right?
Yeah.
14, 6, 15. Yes. Uh, let's see. In the code. With a 6, you find a rotting fish carcass.
Ugh.
Mm.
Probably, I don't know, the size of like a horse.
Sure
So
enough.
it's pretty gigantic, but there's not a lot of like meat left. You can see bone exposed,
Damn.
and it smells pretty bad.
Yeah.
Did I say with the
Yeah,
14? I meant with a 6. With a 6.
Yeah,
That's
with
what
the
you
6.
find.
Yeah.
You said well the 6.
I did not one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's
It was a
it's
net
pretty
1, but he
rank.
has plus fucking 5 to goddamn survival.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put in stuff nature and survival because like food, you know. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have plus 7 to intimidation because scary privateer lady.
Yes. With the 14, boo, 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 boo. You can take a nice walk on the beach. Eventually, you'll come across like a rocky cliff overlooking a giant crab.
Giant enemy crab. Attack its weak spot for massive damage.
Damn.
It doesn't notice you. It seems it's just kind of chilling out.
Being chilling.
Chilling.
I'm gonna go beat it with a crowbar.
Very well.
Yeah, you go do that.
Make an initiative roll, please.
How much damage does a crowbar do?
1d4 plus strength.
Oof.
Crab goes
Another
first.
net one.
Crab goes first. It is surprisingly fast as it scuttles up the rock face, noticing your killing intent. It will come out to pinch you. It gets a +3 to hit. It's not terribly. 6. I don't think a 6 hits you.
No, it does
I don't
not.
think it does either.
Goes for intimidating snip, but it doesn't manage to get any purchase against you.
My turn.
Yes.
We're low rolling today, boys.
Yes,
Ooh,
it has more armor than any beast you've probably encountered so far. As you, I don't know what weapon you hit it with, but it just
Hit it with a crowbar.
Crowbar.
the crowbar. It just bonks against its thick chitinous hide as it goes for another pincer.
Damn. We really are low rolling.
I don't think
Yeah.
the 8 hits you either. What's
Does
your total?
Okay, plus strength score, it's probably 14.
14 does not hit
Wait,
either.
no, wait, with proficiency or without proficiency?
Are you proficient in crowbars? In improvised weapons? I don't think so.
No.
That's a shame, as you viciously pound
Okay.
away at its hide, and it just binks
crab-
off,
The
doing
crab will
nothing.
get struck by a crowbar and say he is not taking Tavern Brawler.
4 plus 3, 7. It goes again. You're locked in a death match of going nowhere,
Fuck it.
as both of
Pulls
you
out
have
the
formidable
pulls out the
armor.
gun.
Okay, yeah, you can just do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
13 does not hit either.
Oh my fucking god.
We're just low rolling today, boys.
Do I look at what? Am I able to see what's going on? And just
Yes, you can see this happening, and they're going at it real hard.
I'll join.
17
does
does
a-
not hit.
That's a 17 hit. That's a 17 hit.
No.
No. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Crap.
because of the recent clam shield.
That's right. 18. You can join in right now, I guess, after the
Okay.
crab's turn.
Fucking agonizing blast. Does a 16 hit it?
16 barely hits it. Yes,
Okay, 14 force damage.
that will instantly kill it.
Wow.
There's this was a
Wow.
epic fight with a duel of the fates happening. They were yeah.
And then I just come in and like,
I hate you. And then boom.
Ah, blasters, uncivilized. Yeah, for
The
some
world
reason Obi-Wan
feels
Kenobi doesn't like blasters. I guess I know why now.
attack its
the
weak spot
world
for
feels
massive
oddly
damage.
quiet now. The world feels like it lost something.
Hey, at least we have giant crab meat now.
You do have giant crab.
I'll just lift the entire crab carcass with me.
Very good.
Okay. What do
It is the size of a medium creature, so yeah, it's pretty big.
what did Nick Nack and I find with the 15?
Knick-Knack probably dug for clams and other shellfish.
Okay.
Not necessarily anything as glorious as a giant crab, but still plenty of meat to
To
go
be fair,
through.
we have the gigantifying crab.
Yeah.
Well, it's like like what PS2 fucking I think it was E3 thing taught me that an actual battle that happened in the actual history of Japan was a giant enemy crab attack its weak spot for massive damage.
Giant enemy.
God,
But of course,
that was,
that's nothing on the giant enemy spider.
and but what game was that? Was it like Tale of Genji or something? Something like that. God, that fucking thing was just a disaster.
Hold on. Yeah, Genji too.
Yes. Based on historical events.
Yeah, based on historical events. Giant enemy
Genji
crab.
Days of the Blade. Of course.
Of course.
Okay. Has the robot managed to charge off of the fucking jungle?
Robot Menace? Oh yes, Robot Menace.
I mean,
Yeah.
I said the robot managed, but
Oh.
yeah, I just called him
I had asked him if he had managed to absorb
God.
the jungle juice.
right. The jungle juice.
You know, I just called him Forge.
I'm going to let's find out. You're in the right spot. Nope. Not today.
Okay.
Mm.
So anyways, I'm just gonna go.
I'm gonna immediately do a perception check in the forest to ensure that there's,
Can
I
Tell
just,
you
just
that
want
what?
to see what.
You just want to look at the tree line.
Yeah, I just want to see if I can see anything in there.
Can I check the robot to see if it seems to be gaining any power or anything?
Yeah, you wanna make a
Would that be investigation or medicine?
make an investigation check.
13.
All right.
So with a 20 on the tree line,
Yep.
you can train your eyes. Initially it's a little difficult because it's bright sunlight where you are, and then it gets really dark
Yep.
the moment you look in there. but your eyes adjust eventually. It's really dense, so it's kind of like a Where's Waldo of details.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on. There's plenty of small animals doing everything from killing each other, mating, just a whole circle of life happening all at once. But then, as you keep watching, you open your senses a little bit past what you can just immediately see on the surface of the jungle. And you can kind of hear the. So the
You
deeper
can
into the
hear the
jungle.
mating.
Well, yes, but you can hear deeper in the jungle. Um, how would it sound like? Just kind of like a slow cracking followed by a thump, like a gigantic tree being felled. Every couple of seconds, way in the distance of the jungle, muffled by the great mass between you and wherever it's happening.
Interesting.
But nothing on the surface of the jungle seems to be interested in what's going on the shore.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Sorry. Um,
meanwhile, I'm just here teaching Pharaoh how to grill.
ah, so it seems kind of disturbed by the fire. Fascinated, but also just like, oh, only from a distance, thank you, kind of attitude.
Yeah. Obviously.
But with the investigation check on the energy problem,
Mm-hmm.
um, you can kind of open it up, peel back some panels and stuff, try to see kind of the general mechanism that it gets its energy from.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a religion or an arcana check
I
to
will
follow up.
I will Sister Arcana.
Very good.
19.
19.
Yep.
So, yeah. Your best bet is probably to just retrace your steps and just kind of try to remember where you were the last time as awake. Because what you notice about its markings and otherwise how it's constructed seems to imply that it wouldn't just like suck up energy from any ambient area. It looks to be very specific to the temple that it was operating in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, very much like hard coded to function only as a servant of that temple, running only on the energy that it provided either by its worshippers or whatever it was being worshipped. So it's kind of outside of your uh, understanding of how it was able to move around outside of the temple, even just moving alongside the coast.
Or wasn't it on our ship
Interesting.
somewhere in the water? Did it move around
Uh-huh.
it?
It was moving along sometime you were traveling along the coast. Whether it was power from the jungle, water, or even something that was happening on the ship at the time. Hard to tell.
So, since I know about the time that it had, I know, like, roughly, oh, it happened at this night and stuff, could I use Navigator's Tools check to try to determine roughly where it would have been?
Yes.
Uh, I guess, could I, get, Yakin's help with that for, like, exactly what time it had been at? To, like...
All right, it was like 3-4 days away from shore.
But like, just having your character help by like giving me that information for me to get advantage on my tools check.
Gotcha.
Uh, uh, okay, well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered because I rolled higher both of them.
I mean,
So,
it's an extra
an
extra number.
one. Sure. Okay. 22.
That's true. Judging by the angle of the sun and the itching in your nose, you're probably about like a half day off.
Okay.
But with a roll that high, you don't remember any particular markings on the map for any places of interest, like, oh, there was a former temple, or oh,
Ooh.
this was a shipwreck or anything like that. You don't quite remember
So we might be
anything
able to
like
discover
that.
what it is. Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
There's plenty of unmarked and undiscovered stuff all about.
Yeah.
But a lot of maps tend to just be stuff like, oh, this is where we built a port. Not necessarily anything like, here's where you dig up artifacts.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess we, fucking haul whatever, you know, oysters or scallions or clams or whatever Knick-Knack dug up and the giant enemy crab back to
Yep.
the fucking...
Wait, what was the check we made to like find some random stuff in the sand?
If you mean food, that would be survival, but if you want to just do like an archaeology dig,
Because you said that random shit pops up somewhere around the shores like we did last time. Although I forgot what we found.
you found like a
I found,
power core.
Yeah,
I
last
found like a
time
broken fuel rod.
we found like a weird fuel
Yeah.
rod.
Yeah, you can do a investigation check.
Yeah. I guess I will also make an
let's-
investigation check.
Fuck it. I guess since you guys are doing it, I will also do investigation.
Metal detecting check. Bing, bing, bing.
I got a 2. Oh god,
Is that a nat one?
that's a nat 1.
I got a 6.
You find, with a 2, you find a venomous sea spider.
Giant enemy
Can we
spider.
keep it?
That you
Oh,
dig
God.
up out of its burrow and it will bite you on the fingers. I want you to make a con save, please.
Con save. Oh boy.
But you're a dwarf, so you get advantage, I believe.
Right then.
12. Ooh. Yeah, you don't
Ugh.
feel so good.
Can I get
You
some
don't feel
sort of
very
vial
good.
and try to milk venom from it?
You better be quick.
You just want to milk every single creature that has poison, do you?
Listen,
Yeah.
I have poisoner feet, okay? I want poison, okay?
Mhm.
You better be quick. Make a
Sled
you
fan?
can make either an attack roll or a sleight of hand. Yeah, it is a burrowing. Actually, don't make an attack roll. Make a sleight of hand because you are
Okay.
ooh,
Oof.
5.
Oh.
I'll try to catch it as well.
With a 5, it's going to make an attack. Like you know it's there, so it's not going to get advantage. But it's going to try to make it. What's your AC?
14 is AC.
14. Then you barely manage to get away from it as you get a horrible premonition like uh-oh, and you get your hand out there before you get
Damn.
bit.
Unfortunate.
All right, my turn.
No venom milking for me, I guess.
Damn.
10? 10 is better. This helps that you don't necessarily have blood the same way that other people do. You can get poisoned given a sufficient amount, but you just kind of like reach in gently. Your good animal handling helps in this sense that uh, you're able to pick it up without squishing it.
Mhm.
and you have it in your hands. It's very unhappy to be there. It's wriggling disgustingly between your fingers, but
You
what
know
do you
what?
expect?
I'm
You
naming
invaded
this
his home.
thing. I'm naming it Fred.
Fred seems very intent on killing you and your companions and sucking out your blood.
Can I?
Can I do an animal handling?
For what? You want to like tame it?
Yeah, and calm it down.
Describe to me how you approach that.
By calling it nice things.
Make a animal handling check, please. 10. I don't know what you expect. You talk at it, uh, and most bugs they tend to act the same whether they're being spoken to or not. This bug, however, stares at you intently, and you can almost hear it talking to you, saying, "I want to kill you first, and I want you to suffer the most painfully out of
Okay.
anyone here." It doesn't talk, obviously, but that's the kind of vibe you get from it.
Yeah.
Can I?
You know what? I'm just gonna let him milk it,
What?
and I'm just gonna put it back. I don't think Fred would work well with Larry.
Not even letting
What do you want to do?
the spider
Yeah, you
venom.
want to milk the venom.
Well, I mean, can I like get like a little vial and like with the thing on it, sort of like how they milk snake venom, where they get it to bite down
Yeah.
into paper and inject venom into the vial.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely. With your poisoner feat, I'd say you can do that. You decently practiced at it.
Yeah, I should probably get an actual legitimate poisoner's kit at some point.
Yeah. Well, I'll say with your feet for now. You can do that, but with a
Yeah,
kit,
I
you
could
can do
probably do
more.
it like with just
Like identify the poison, but you don't have the kit to do that right now.
Hey,
It's
I
doing something.
I could get the poison. I probably can't get as much of it or do as much stuff with it as if I had the kit. But I could
Yeah.
could at least save it for later.
Yeah. Meanwhile, one of you just doesn't feel very good right now.
Yep.
All right, you know what? I'm just gonna right after she's done milking the poison. I'm just gonna minor illusion cantrip the spider to look like it's like to just like hide um just like put it back in its hole, cover the hole to make it look like there's sand over it now, and then just quickly walk away.
Yes. Fortunately, it seems to be more of an ambush type predator and not like a pursuit kind of deal.
I'm just gonna go perform a medicine check on Flitch.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah.
a very good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This you
A
don't
little bit of assistance.
your vision is starting to get really blurry and kind of like
Yeah.
red around the edges. And you kind of hear a voice. Tell me a figure of authority from your past that you would trust the voice of.
My
It could be
father.
your father. Yeah, you hear your father's voice saying, "Kill that robot. Take it apart for scrap. Kill it."
Oh, it's a rage
So I
poison.
mean,
Interesting.
Dean, can I get a little nurse assistance here, please?
Uh, I I guess I try to fucking see if there's any way I could. Is there a way that I could try to extract some of the poison from his wound to like get it out of
Oh,
him?
21.
That is really advanced, but you can certainly try. You can like
Okay.
try to suck it out
Well,
with a passionate
Doggen got
kiss.
a 21 on medicine, so
Yeah.
21 is good enough for a diagnosis. You don't currently have the supplies to like deal
Yeah,
with
we
it
don't have
completely
any
for now.
sort of we don't have any sort of antidote.
21 is good enough for both a diagnosis and a general treatment.
uh-huh.
21, yes, this is a very special kind of poison that affects the mind.
Interesting.
It seems. You can see it in his face. You can see he's sweating real hard. Dwarves tend to do really well against just general constitution type, like, oh, poisoned condition, blah, 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 blah. this stuff, uh, this stuff is neurotoxin of some kind, affecting various parts of his brain.
Yum.
With a 21, you're able to do general stuff like keep his head cool. You're probably going to want to restrain him for the next couple of days if you don't come up with a treatment plan.
I guess, how far away are we from, like, Vange Ridge or whatever?
You probably not even a day out right now.
Okay. Was there any sort of place there that would, have medical treatment of any sort?
Yeah, like apothecaries and clerics and all that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you just have
Potentially the
some fucked up poison now,
potentially
meme.
the apothecary, because I know that the
Yeah.
cleric there is just a drunk and probably doesn't want to deal with the shit.
Yes.
So anyways, I'm just gonna use a bunch of hemp and rope I just have and just like tie him up like we just
Okay.
caught an animal and we're just tying up his
Oh.
legs, whatever.
What had
Fresh meat.
what had the rest of
No.
us found in the sand?
Oh yeah, the sand checks. Yes, after
I'm pretty sure
he's
it was like a 6 and a
Yeah,
what
Yagen
6
had
and
gotten a
22.
6, I got a 22.
a
Yeah.
6. 6. You kind of dig through the sand. Most most of like the really good stuff likely would have ended up in the water, and it's just in the bottom, just kind of like washed out into the bottom of the sea. However close or far it is from the shore. With a 6, that's kind of all the insight you get. You don't find anything particularly good or bad. Most of the shore has already been, it's like this littered with holes from Knickknack trying to like poking around for clams and stuff. And Knickknack didn't find any artifacts, just some delicious clam meat and shells.
Okay, what about a 22?
22. 22.
Last time you found a fuel rod, what is it gonna be this time?
Hmm.
Probably a piece of. What would it? What will it be? He finds. Have you guys had the confession booth encounter?
The what?
A confession booth. Have you
Confession
encountered a
booth?
confession booth?
I don't think
No.
we've been to
Yeah.
a church much, more like
Okay.
underneath a church.
Yeah.
The only religious figure that outside of the people at the vineyard that we have seen is the drunken priest.
Yeah. In
Cleric
that
or
case, you dig up a corner of something that appears to be made of wood, remarkably preserved underneath the sand.
Okay.
It'll take a considerable amount of excavation to get it all out.
Oh, I guess that's my job.
Mm-hmm.
Although Knickknack can help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like while the clam meat is like all like simmering in a pot or whatever, you can like spend a couple of hours digging out a ornate and beautiful confession booth here in the
Why
sand.
is there just a confession booth under the fucking sands? It's a confession booth.
Who knows? Maybe this island used to be populated before it became all jungle.
At least the confession booth is what the best you can get out of it. I mean, it's like 2 compartments veiled between the
Yeah.
middle. Not of. Well, you can make a religion check, but at first glance, it's not anything like. Yes, I've seen something exactly like this kind of deal.
If I wasn't poisoned, I'd assist.
Oof. Okay.
Woo! I got,
Okay,
like,
that 20 religion.
At
wow,
20.
you are
With a
rolling
nat
good.
20, something looks eerily familiar to you about this confession booth. It's not anything you've ever seen that in your memory, but something behind your memory, almost like something that's suppressed is welling up behind you, behind your memory, just kind of like, this looks familiar, but I can't quite remember where I saw it. 21, you can say for absolute certain, this is not anything that that's been manufactured by current inhabitants of the islands. This is ancient stuff that's been enchanted to be preserved. In fact, there's several enchantments on this wood. Only one of them is just here to preserve its beauty and keep it from being damaged.
Okay.
Mhm.
Not like we could carry a confessional. Can we even get this up on the ship?
Can I investigate the little markings?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 on Arcana.
10 on Arcana. Nothing about this is inherently. It's not the purpose of the well, there are no magic circles inscribed in this in the booth. Nothing obvious that says like, "Oh, press this button to hear the thoughts of
Yeah,
whoever."
you
No,
mentioned that there were several little magical runes on it, so I was...
did I? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you said, like,
Um,
at least one of them was something that was probably to preserve it, but, like... you
yeah,
said there
yeah,
were
yeah,
several.
yeah. That's right. Yes, this booth has been enchanted. Uh, pen, hard to tell exactly what. This isn't any contemporary spellcraft. Though, oddly enough, you can kind of get the sense that these are like druidic in nature,
Interesting.
which is odd because a lot of druids kind of don't do well with like manufactured items. And clearly, this confession booth is manufactured with not with like the lacquer and the joinery
Can I...
and all that.
Can I, compare it to some of the druid writing that I had copied down from the dentist encounter?
Oh yeah, absolutely. What kind of check would that be? History?
Think
Some kind of intelligence-based check.
think maybe insight?
I mean, if it's
Oh, insight would
druidic
work
in
too.
nature,
14.
14 on insight.
if
They're
it's,
clearly. Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
if it's druidic in nature, can I make a nature check to like
Mm,
tell?
Well, this is more of like a linguistics thing. There's nothing inherent about the Druid language that's like, oh, it's a picture of a rabbit that means rabbit or anything.
Or hunt? It's rabbit season.
Yeah. 14. The scripts clearly similar. They're not obviously not saying the same things, but they are of the same written language.
Okay. Interesting. Guess I copy down what those things say.
Oh, wrong button.
Uh,
I wasn't meant to press that.
I copy down what the
Confession booth makes me angry.
I'll be back in a sec. I need to go to the bathroom. I guess we take Lich's
Okay.
character back to Bainbridge to see if we could get any sort of food poison. I'll be back in a sec.
So,
Alright.
can we? Is it possible? Like, how big is this confession book?
Enough to fit 2 medium creatures.
No, so basically half of large size. Anyways, I can carry it.
I'm
You
sure you
can
can.
drag it. You're definitely going to need some support to carry it.
Support. I mean, there's like three kobolds. Does that
That'll do.
work?
That'll do. Yeah, you can take it with you. Especially since, like, you're not really carrying anything else.
I think it can fetch a pretty penny.
Mhm. Probably.
I mean, it's enchanted preserved wood. Who wouldn't? Also, why would a confession booth end up at the beach?
Beach crimes and beach sins.
Yeah, a bunch of things out at sea. What stays at sea stays at sea. Especially the Navy. Oh boy, we don't talk about the Navy.
In the Navy. Sail the seven seas in the Navy. Gay stuff happens at the Navy.
Just you and the boys out at sea for weeks.
All sorts of seamen.
Yeah. I mean, Beam has Nick Neck as an apprentice, basically. I now have my own apprentice now.
Ah, yes, Pharaoh Kobold.
I will teach her the ways of the dark side.
The dark side of cooking.
It was me, Barry. I was the one that put salt and mustard in the cake.
I jerked you off at hypersonic speed so that it seemed that you nutted at just a woman's touch.
It was me, Barry. I was the one that put semen in your cream pie.
It was me, Barry. I'm the reason why the Flash movie was so shit.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they did it to themselves by hiring the actor again.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm actually genuinely surprised the movie didn't use the "This is me, Barry" quote.
It's me, Barry.
It's so fucking popularized. Like,
Yeah.
Reverse Flash is so fucking petty. He just does things to mess with Barry.
Yeah.
Remember, he was his biggest fan, and then he wanted to be the only fan.
Yep.
You know what? I gotta learn how to. Never mind. Hmm. You know what? I gotta find more friends for Larry.
Yeah.
Eventually, at some point, the fucking ship will just have like an aquarium
Aquarium.
or at least a tank. Next time on Shark Tank. I mean, it's not like I'm necessarily terrible at animal handling. At least I'm plus, what was it, +5?
It's pretty good. You're a professional. Sleepy. I'm still trying to register for classes for the upcoming semester, and there's just some bull crap
Yeah.
going on with, oh, you can't register for that class because you don't meet the requirements. I clearly meet the requirements on my
Um,
transcript. So I need to write
Speaking of class,
emails. Yeah.
next time next Friday for you guys, I can't join you guys because I have replacement class on that day.
Okay, I'm
That's
back.
right. That's right.
Welcome back.
Yes. You can have an
So, anyways, we brought back the booth
Yes.
onto the boat.
Okay.
Neat.
Um, have we gone back to Baines Ridge to like talk to, someone at an apothecary about the poisoning or
Yes.
anything?
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a new edition of the paper being sold.
Is the,
It's
We go to
it's
that.
only been one day.
the whole
Okay,
poisoning
to be
thing?
fair, it's I guess it's daily newspapers.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
is it this
The
time?
papers are.
Extra, read all about it.
Assuming the poisoning thing has been resolved as of now.
You can take him to the doctor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Doctor,
I'm just
turn on my pain
wondering what to do with
inhibitors.
this booth now.
Yes, you bring a dwarf hogtied down down the main street to take to the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. At this point, you've been having nightmares about that don't really make sense, like strangling a robot.
Yeah.
How do you even strangle a robot? They don't even
Exactly,
need air.
exactly. They're
Exactly.
very
Nonsensical.
killy thoughts that would work on regular creatures, but just not on robots. But also
Yeah.
other things like dismemberment. And you see like blood in these streams, even though it's not the blood that you see, it's like more oily. I don't know. Very violent thoughts regarding the
Yeah,
robot.
it's weird.
Okay.
Really robophobic of you.
Man, why don't you make a wisdom save at this point, now that you've been subjected to these nightmares for a while, just to see how killy you feel, or if you're still able to discern reality from dreams.
15.
15's pretty good. 15's pretty good. You're
Yeah.
still able to hold on. Sometimes you can catch yourself just kind of like plotting murder, but you're able to shake it off once you're focused.
Yeah. Just go ahead.
So take him to sort of doctor or whatever.
Yeah, apothecary.
Ah, let's see what we have here. A dwarf suffering from poison. It's a
Please tell him the
Rare sight.
species.
the apothecary is a kind of a wart-covered older gentleman. He just kind of like peers down and just kind of like grins at the sight of the tied-up dwarf. Well, you did most of the hard work for me. Very nice. The species? What species? That's a dwarf. That is not. That is what you were asking. Yes, that is a dwarf. That's the species that of the patient.
No, I was. It was. What was the spider again? Like
The sea
This
spider.
venomous sea
poisonous
spider.
ocean spider.
Yes.
Yeah, venomous sea spider.
Ah, sea spider venom. You know, when you're bitten by a sea spider, it transfers the last bit of its intent in its venom.
I mean,
It's like it does a very insidious thing. You see, it likes to use its prey, its initial prey, to kill larger prey.
Mm-hmm.
It'll say it kills a rabbit. It'll drive that rabbit mad until it's able to kill something bigger, like a badger or a wolf.
Huh?
It'll feast on both of its corpses once they're done.
yeah,
Very fascinating, isn't it? It's very fascinating.
Yeah.
Is there an antidote?
Oh.
You better hope there is. Yes, there is.
Okay. So, um, how much am I going to have to be subtracting from my GP counter?
2 gold
Okay.
pieces. It's not.
Yeah, not that bad.
Yeah,
I guess
they were
if it's
expensive.
Well, it brings ruin
I
to
mean,
any
it's
common worker.
expensive for like
For any common worker,
normal
yes.
people.
Be careful in the jungle, why don't you, Hild?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll give you, put you in a box and basically hotbox you with a bunch of these really herbal smelling vapors for like an hour, and you come out feeling, so it was like a sauna. You smell like herbs.
But I am now cured.
Yes, now you feel a lot more clear-headed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, be sure to contact me if you get any recursion of these killy thoughts. You shouldn't, but if you do, let me know so I can write
If
it
I do,
down.
I will let you know.
So, make
Spot
some
your feelings,
follow-up
sir.
studies. Yes. Take care, and don't poke your fingers in holes that you don't know.
I don't plan to.
Okay. So I guess we go. Now that that's done with, we go back to the whole fucking place where we had where the robot dude was starting to
Yes.
come alive.
You buy the
Yeah.
paper?
Sure. Let's get the paper and let's read it.
Yay, newspaper!
Mm-hmm.
There's a new ad for dental.
Wait, most important thing is who's it this time? First we got a robot, then a normal guy, then we got a short guy. Who is
Oh
it this
yeah,
time?
yeah. This time, it appears to be a a teenager, like late teens, like a cracking voice, kind of like a extra. Read all about it. Here's your paper, sir.
We
Acne
want to
all
see the
over.
robot again.
The robot is. I don't know what the robot's doing. Probably how they spent their wealth. I don't know. Maybe
I
they went
mean,
off the island with their money.
for one
But
goal does so much for a man.
it does.
Yeah, it does.
Dental services are reopening.
Okay.
It's good.
Um, there's a new piece about a survivor on the on like a. So this article talks about the vineyard of the Sisterhood of the Vine and how criminals that will try to break into the secret vineyard to steal secrets or whatever, they tend to never come back.
That doesn't sound very good.
The
Yeah.
church has enough authority to punish offenses against the church by their own means without having to hand over anything to the guard. But the story is about someone recently who was able to make it out before getting caught by the church. The first person to ever, I guess, make it out alive, I suppose. Though it's assumed that the uh, uh, people who are caught, they just get like punished or whatever and let go or banished or whatever. It's never the newspaper implies in a kind of like a sensationalistic manner that they just get killed and turned into wine or whatever. But
What check would I make to try and theorize what might actually happen?
ooh, conspiracy theory check.
Probably insight.
Insight's pretty good.
23.
23.
Holy fuck, that's good.
So the paper that you're reading is kind of like a tabloid type deal.
Yeah.
Or at least a section of the paper you're reading is more like opinion pieces and tabloids and stuff.
Yeah.
The church relies a lot on its reputation to sell its wine. So it probably wouldn't do anything as bizarre as like putting people's blood in the wine. And if it did, it would definitely be coming after any paper that publishes it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a running joke, I guess, for a lot of islanders. So like, ooh, what are they keeping secret there? Oh, they must be like really, really taboo if it's secret.
And
Probably having like
the
orgies or
Islanders
whatever.
are conspiracy theories.
Some are
They're
definitely more hardcore than others, and tends to be these conspiracy theory types that try to break into the vineyard to find out the secrets.
Yeah.
With the 23,
only to get
um, there's a reason people don't know, and it's that security is really tight. If you want to discern the intent of the paper, it's definitely trying to capitalize on the conspiracy theorists to try to sell more
Yeah.
and get like a bigger story going. But it is interesting to you that there was a so-called survivor, or someone who was apprehended by the police instead of the church.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
So, if we have, so if
wait,
we're doing
it's the
stuff with
same church we were underneath, right?
yeah,
Correct.
if we
Yeah.
if we have stuff with the fucking sailing guild, would that give us enough leverage to be able to interrogate the person
Well,
since we're investigating the whole thing?
what are you investigating on official business, though?
Uh, well, whatever the lead about the church was.
Mm,
Mhm.
Like,
you're going to have to come up with a warrant
uh,
and get it
No,
approved
I
by the
was
guild.
okay. Well, we're already at the
funny.
place where the guild is,
Really,
so, uh,
really funny thing being an ex-cop, huh?
so, we're already over where the guild is.
Yeah, if any of your characters are like ex-law enforcement, you can get some extra leverage. Wait, are any of you ex-law enforcement?
Is a
I'm not.
privateer considered law enforcement?
Nah, no, they're more like pseudo mercenaries.
Okay.
You did say I was ex-law enforcement before.
Not with this current society,
True.
but you may be able to leverage some of that.
I mean,
Do I have some sort of badge like
we could
kept away
well,
or
we
like
could
a
always see if
coat?
the
Your
but
private badge.
because we're being asked to investigate by the sailing guild, we could see if they could you know, get us something for it.
And what exactly are you being asked to investigate?
I mean, it was something about the church in relation to the I I forget what exactly you described it as because it was like months ago at this point.
Right.
It was like session 2
Um,
or 3. But yeah, there was some
was there?
reason that we were going to investigate the church in relation to
I have
the Watcher or whatever. Or
I have
the
no recollection of this.
what?
Um, it's difficult because I'm running a similar campaign with someone else with another group, so I'm trying to filter out the details between the two campaigns.
Oh, yeah. You said that this was a thing
Gotcha.
that you already had from other thing that you were already running, but it would fit well with the characters we had made.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh, the Watcher. The Watcher is a sea monster that kind of like drives people insane and stuff.
Oh, yeah, and you said that when I researched the beast theory that it was something that was connected to the thing that we're investigating. But
The
like,
Iron Leviathan.
oh, yeah. We were investigating that thing, but like,
Okay.
Yeah.
and there was some connection between that and you know, the church, but there's also a connection between the Seeker and the church. So, I'm not sure if our characters know about the ship that is the Iron Leviathan yet.
Seen it.
Have we seen the ship itself? I know we've seen the giant fog cloud.
Oh, you're right. You may not have seen it itself then.
Yeah. So that's why I
Yeah.
mentioned the Seeker, because I think that's in character the extent that we know that it is working with something. Because you said that they work with other things, but we don't know what that other thing is. But yeah.
Right. Well, what do you explain to the guildmaster about why you need to interrogate this
Well,
criminal?
apparently they've gone into the church and came back out, so that if we're investigating the church, that it might be a useful lead.
Hold on then. Why do you need to investigate the church? We do a lot of business with them. Their wines are very profitable.
Because you asked us to, and what is it? In regards to the um ships that have gone missing. That was
Did
one
I
of the few
now?
things you asked us to investigate.
What's it? The DM doesn't remember. Does the guildmaster remember?
Probably it
Uh,
was one of the three things. It was that there was the I think it was the island with the holes on it was one of the places, and then there was
Uh,
we needed to go
yeah.
to Fent Worthington.
In that case, he'll say, "Well, I'm not sure. I'd be happy to give you official clearance. Once again, they are a valuable trading partner, and if we were to antagonize them, that could destabilize uh, trade, not just for our business, but everywhere, because we are a distributor. However, unofficially, well, unofficially, hmm,
mm,
I could provide you a warrant for someone else held at the facility, and it would be I would certainly be very upset if you were to interrogate someone not on the list while the guard was distracted."
Okay, interesting.
If one were to catch my drift, that
Yeah.
is.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
catching all right.
Are you picking up what I am putting down?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
To
Are you reeling in what I am casting?
yeah.
Oh,
So
100%.
I okay. Yeah. So seems like an interesting plan. So
Definitely.
we investigate. So who are we interrogating? That's not the person with the wine.
Yes. Officially, you are investigating Cobson Yosef.
Okay.
All right.
And
He is petty criminals, just a smuggler who violated some of our rules, and we just need to answer some questions for our own for bookkeeping purposes.
okay.
Now, of course, while you're there, the guard does have some certain precautions to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but I don't know, there are three of you, and well,
Okay.
yep.
Yep.
Yep. I say we play good cop, bad cop.
Sounds interesting.
And I have cookies.
That you do.
Now we have a plan.
Uh. Yeah.
What do you want to do with your confession booth, by the way?
I don't know. Probably sell it.
You're not gonna try to use it?
Right.
You're not gonna try to use the creepy magic item that you found?
What are we supposed to do with a confessional booth if there's
Confess your
no one?
sins.
My only
Exactly.
sin is not being able to make friends with a fucking spider.
Alright, I'm getting kind of tired. We've been at this for like 80 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you seem to be getting pretty tired. Should we just leave it here?
Okay.
That'd be nice now that we have a direction to go into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh.
All right. Well, see you guys in 2 weeks, I guess.
Something like
Is-
that.
Yeah.
Also, because